Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 25 things you need to know before buying the Comet Retro Custom, as well as some secret details and hidden features you might not have known about the snow and all the brand new content that was just added into Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, before we get started today, I am going to be doing a shark card giveaway that is going on my Twitter account right now. It's $1.25 million. I'm giving this away so that you can hopefully buy, customize, and mod the Comet Retro Custom. However, you can use it for whatever you want. So the giveaway link for that will be in the description, and that's going to be ending tomorrow on Christmas Eve. So you might only have a couple hours by the time you're watching this video to jump into that giveaway. But anyways, we got a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. Obviously, as you can tell, the snow is back in online, and for some of you guys this might be your first snowfall, and Rockstar actually allows us to interact with the snow by creating our own weapon, a snowball. Now, in order to do that, you need to be obviously standing on the snow, and in order to gather those snowballs, it is actually left on the D-pad. Now, you can't be holding any other weapons, and you must have your fists equipped in order to do that. You can hold a maximum of 9, and you collect them 3 at a time. Now, some things to know is, obviously, you can't be in passive mode and use the snowballs because they are considered weapons, as we'll kind of find out on my live stream a little bit later in the day. They might be a little bit dangerous and deadly, so unfortunately, in order to use these, you have to be out of passive mode, but this is pretty cool. And another thing is, the snowballs don't save. So let's say you collect like 9 snowballs and you think, oh, I'm going to save these till the snow goes away. No, when the snow goes away, Rockstar removed them from your inventory. So sadly, you can't save them and keep them to have them as a special reminder or a special little gift for when the snow is gone. But for now, you can grab them and sure have a lot of fun with them. And speaking of the snow going away, a lot of people have been wondering when this rare phenomenon of snowfall that hit southern San Andreas will be going away. And Rockstar states that it will be lasting throughout the weekend and into Monday. So it's going to be ending sometime on December 26th. And this is actually kind of nice. It seems as if Rockstar have listened to the community and at least extended the snow for a couple hours on each side of when it arrives, because I know this time is so busy for a lot of people and they might not have a ton of time to hop on Grand Theft Auto Online, but I'm really glad that Rockstar has extended the snow, and it's lasting for about 4 days this time, which is actually really cool. Now, Rockstar have also confirmed that the snow is going to be coming back on New Year's weekend, so I'm not entirely sure when that is going to start, but Rockstar says they urge everyone to stay tuned to their Twitter account throughout the week for more details as they become available. I would imagine, since New Year's Day happens on the same time as Christmas on a Sunday, that they'll probably start it sometime Thursday night again next week, which will be pretty cool, and hopefully it lasts for the same amount of time as well, this 3 to 4 day period that we're getting. Another thing Rockstar has done is they've confirmed some of the gifts that we're going to be getting. Obviously, if you log into Grand Theft Auto Online right now, on Saturday, December 24th, or Monday, December 26th, you'll get a special gift that contains a firework launcher, some firework launcher rounds, and a special event t-shirt of Rockstar's choosing. So you guys saw me show this off on my video earlier. This gift can be obtained if you either logged in yesterday, today, tomorrow, Christmas Eve, or Monday, December 26th. Now, you might be asking yourself, why did they skip Christmas Day? Well, that's because on Christmas Day, there is a special gift to anyone that logs on Grand Theft Auto Online. So we kind of know the details of this, but Rockstar have officially confirmed it. They're going to be giving away a unicorn mask and then either a set of white graphic or blue check pajamas. So one of these are going to be unobtainable to you, which is pretty crazy. Which one do you guys like more, the white graphic one or the blue check? There's a 50-50 chance of you getting one of those, so hopefully you get the one you want, as well as some of the other things we talked about: firework launcher, carbine rifle rounds, marksman rifle rounds, basic knuckle dusters, sticky bombs, grenades, proxy mines, molotovs, full snacks, and full armor. So you have to log on Christmas Day in order to get that discount and in order to get those gifts as well. Now, also, according to FunMW2, there's going to be more gift opportunities coming on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You can see this is what he tweeted. The Christmas Eve gift is active. However, the Christmas Day obviously is not, and neither is the Eve or New Year's Day gift. So again, that's going to be pretty cool. Another opportunity for Rockstar to give us a gift, and that's going to be happening on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So stay tuned for that. Something that I thought was very interesting is that snow is now disabled in stunt races and the new adversary mode. So that's kind of odd because snow is enabled in regular Grand Theft Auto Online races. So I'm not sure why Rockstar didn't want to do that in the stunt races. Maybe it wasn't possible with the props that they had to add or in this new adversary mode. But in case you were playing the new Juggernaut adversary mode and you noticed there wasn't any snow, why is that? Well, that's why Rockstar have just disabled it. Now, speaking of the new adversary mode, which is Juggernaut, there's actually two really cool things about this. Number one is that it's double money and RP, which is a pretty nice money-making opportunity, and that's going to be going on from now until January 1st. So you do have a long time to take advantage of the double money and RP that's going on right now. So that's pretty cool. But also, one of the big, obviously, selling points of this adversary mode is the fact that you're in a giant Juggernaut suit. And believe it or not, there's a way to get this in free mode. So it does require a little bit of glitching, and I'm sure Rockstar is going to end up patching this, but essentially the method is very similar to what we've done in previous videos. So you're obviously going to need to start up the Juggernaut adversary mode. Once you get into the game, if you're the Juggernaut, the old method we were using would be to pull up the interaction menu, go down to Style, scroll back and forth on left and right for visor up or down, and then go AFK. However, that method didn't work for me. However, what will work is if you're on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, you're going to want to go out of Grand Theft Auto 5 and then simply load up another app that will require you to suspend GTA 5. This could be YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is suspend it for a second, go back to the Grand Theft Auto 5 app. You'll notice that you've obviously been kicked out of the game mode, and if you've done this correctly, you should land up in free mode with the outfit. Now, I noticed that this didn't work 100% of the time, but a lot of you guys have been sending me pictures of this happening, and many others in the community have experienced getting this in free mode as well. And I'm not sure what the suit actually does. I've heard reports that it does give you better headshot and body explosive resistance, and then I've heard some people saying that it doesn't. So test this out for yourself. If you get it in online, go for it. Again, this method is probably going to be patched sometime soon by Rockstar. I don't know if they wanted people to be wearing this massive Juggernaut suit in free mode, but that's a way in which you can get it, so that is pretty awesome right there. Now, something that's pretty cool for last generation, Rockstar didn't forget about you. Snow is enabled on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and they also received the 2014 items as well as a Christmas Eve gift. So that's pretty cool. Rockstar didn't forget about the original systems, PS3 and Xbox 360, so that is nice. And if you own one of those systems, the snow is back, so go have some fun, and that's pretty cool. Now, let's jump into talking about the Comet Retro Custom. So there's a few interesting things about the Comet Retro Custom. Number one is that if you want to change your license plate, do it before you turn it into the Comet Retro Custom. Or have the iFruit app ready, because when you upgrade it to the retro version, there's not going to be an option to upgrade your plate. I don't know if this is a glitch or if this is something Rockstar did on purpose, but when you upgrade it, there is no option to modify the plate. I had to do mine via the iFruit app, but another way you could get around this is simply by doing it before you upgrade the Benny's fee. So again, that is kind of tricky. I'm not sure why Rockstar did that, but that is, I guess, an interesting and unique feature of the Comet Retro Custom. Another interesting and unique feature is the fact that you can change the stock wheels. This also requires the iFruit app, but once again, for me, it's working, so this is no problem, and it's actually great. So you can change the stock wheels, which are actually pretty awesome, to whatever color you want to either match the paint job or livery that you have going. So you can really get creative here and make some nice combinations. But another thing that you could actually do here, the stock wheels are super similar to a sports wheel called RWB. So if you don't want to have to go through the trouble of using the iFruit app, just know that those wheels are super similar. But for me, I'm very OCD and I wanted to create the exact design using the stock wheels. Now, speaking of my OCD, something that kind of bothers me here once again is that with the liveries of the Comet Retro Custom, Rockstar have seemingly not allowed you to match the colors. The colors that they use on the livery cannot be found on any of the color palettes in the Los Santos custom shop. Whether it's matte, metallic, or classic, they don't match. So it's so frustrating having a slightly darker or brighter shade of red on the livery than what I can use to match up for the rest of the paint job. So for me, that's kind of unfortunate. If there's a workaround on that, I might do an update here. Maybe you could try and get the crew colors to try and match them as best you could, but I don't know why Rockstar use liveries that we can't match exactly with the colors in game. That's something I kind of noticed here a lot on the Comet Retro Custom. Another thing you need to know, and this is important, and that is the Comet Custom is actually slower than the regular version of the Comet. So it's not upgraded to the Super Class or anything like that. It still remains a sports car. It's just a little bit slower than the normal Comet, which does make sense if you think about it, because the Comet Retro is an older Comet compared to the newer one that we have in game. So just keep that in mind, that if you are going to be upgrading this vehicle, know that you're going to be doing so with a performance downgrade. So you are going to be trading all the upgrades and mods and liveries and cool, customization options for a little bit of speed and performance. Although the Comet itself was not really like the best sports car anyways, so I don't think you're going to be using this for racing. This is definitely going to be more for showing off the awesomeness that is this super modifiable vehicle. Speaking of modifiable, this doesn't really necessarily have to do exclusively with the Comet Custom, but the new festive loop horns 1, 2, and 3, even when you're not using the horns, they add a special secret feature to your vehicle, and that is the fact that when you're driving, it kind of sounds like your car has some jingle bells attached to them, which is pretty cool. Many people have told me that this is the case, and I didn't even know this existed. So if you apply the festive horns, you'll get this jingle bell kind of style sound when you're driving and when you're going super fast and when you're going over bumps and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's one of those minute things you really have to listen for, but you definitely should. And tell me if you guys hear them as well, because I put it on my Comet Custom and it sounded so cool. Now, another thing you guys need to know about the Comet Custom is the fact that it is 100% permanently a wide body. There is no way to change this once you've already upgraded it. So if that's something that bothers you, you might not want to upgrade this vehicle, because there is no way to remove the wide body kind of fender style look from this car. It's there when you upgrade it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So some of you guys might not love that, and like I said, if you don't, maybe you want to just stick with the regular Comet here. But if you do, like I do, it's a pretty epic look. But just keep that in mind before you buy and before you upgrade. All right, now just like years past, there are some cool features in the world of Los Santos revolving around the new snow arriving in the game. One of them is the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. So these actually appear when your phone says 2100 hours or 21 hours, whatever that is. And it can best be seen at the Palito Bay police station. So it's really cool. There isn't anything you have to do. You don't have to say like open sesame or anything like that. The lights just appear, and it's this really cool like Northern Lights Aurora Borealis effect. We'll be checking that out once again on my live stream a little bit later in the day, which is obviously going to be so much fun. So stand by for that. It's going to be really epic, as well as the glitchy golden Christmas tree. That kind of makes a return as well. I'm not sure what like texture glitch causes this or anything like that, but just know that that is back in the game. The golden tree is here, and you can see it. It's located on this portion of the map right here, which is pretty cool. Again, not really too sure why this happens, but it's a golden glowing tree, which is kind of nice. Now, unfortunately, something that isn't nice is the fact that there is no snow that goes on the yacht. It's one of the few places that's outside in the game that does not get snow on it. Again, it's probably has something to do with the texture of the yacht not being able to have snow on it. I'm not too sure why, but again, it is one of the few features that is exposed to the elements in the game that does not have snow on it. And speaking of that, how snow works in the world. Every part that is exposed, every building, every surface is going to have snow on it. However, if there is a road that is covered or is not exposed to the sky, just like you would expect in real life, like tunnels and underpasses, they are not going to have snow on them. So that's kind of a unique feature right there. Rockstar does try and balance it super well. Not every part of the world is going to be covered with snow. Certainly places that are inside and away from the elements are not. And another thing you obviously might have known about the snow is that it sticks to cars pretty well. So if you wanted to decorate your car with some snow, all you got to do is throw some snowballs at it. Just be careful to not aim at the windows, because it will break them. But that's cool. You can kind of use the snow like mud or dirt as a decoration, except this time you can kind of paint with it because we're able to pick up the snow with snowballs. So that's pretty cool right there. If you wanted to do that feature for Snapmatics or for car shows, that's another great way in which you can make your car a little bit more snowy. All right, moving on. The next thing we're going to be talking about revolves around an old vehicle that was added into the game, but it has one of the coolest snowy customization options on there. Now, it's actually the Pagale, which came in the I Am Not a Hipster update. And one of the customization options on the Pagale is a set of alpine snow skis that can go on the top. So if you ever wanted to take some really cool Snapmatic photos or, just impress your friends with the fact that, hey, you're going skiing on Mount Chiliad, get the Pagale and upgrade that. It's not too expensive and it does look awesome for the snow. And finally, last but not least today, if you upgrade your car with chrome paint jobs, it actually doesn't reflect the snow. So there's something about chrome that reflects the base world of GTA 5. So if you want to kind of freak out your friends or show them hey, look in the reflection of my chrome car, you won't see any snow. It'll freak you out because that's the case. It's a little hard to see at night right now, but you get the idea. Snow does not reflect off chrome paint jobs, which is kind of weird. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. 25 things you need to be aware about before buying the Comet Retro Custom, as well as some hidden details and secret things you might not have known about the new content and the snow. As always, with these types of videos, I try to teach you at least 1 or 2 new things, but hopefully you learned a little bit more than that. And if you did, a like rating on the video would be awesome, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.